I hope my girl never finds out just how much I use her as an excuse to get out of the things that I don't want to do with my friends.
That, that makes
And I
sense.
really hope she never finds out because, man, at this point, like, it just must make it seem like she's just such a terrible person that has me doing all these things. When in actuality, I just want to stay home and play some fucking, I
Right.
don't know, play some Hades 2 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or
But I don't know, man. It's just the older I get, the shorter my social battery is. And I just feel like you can never go wrong when you're talking to your homeboys or somebody like that, where it's like, hey, yeah, no, my girl just needs me to do this. My girl's, I just want, my girl just wants to go and do this. Oh, we got to run to the store. Oh, she needs me to go do this. It's just like, damn, yo, your girl must have you. Your girl got you out here doing that. She got you out here
she running
slaving,
you.
bro. She running
She
it.
running you.
Yo,
Yeah,
running your
yeah.
life. But no, it's not like that at all. My girl's a fantastic woman that will honestly let me go out whenever I want. It's just something that I choose not to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry that it has to be her. Can you relate in marriage? Is it like that? I feel like it's easier in marriage, if anything.
To be honest, I'm the one that gets used as the excuse most times because I don't like going places, and most people that know me know that I don't like going places. So so it's built in, right? I got a homeboy who literally will ask me something, yo, man, we going out tonight, we going out this weekend, go to the club or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know. And he's quick to, I understand, man. You got a family. He always jumps to that. What does having a family have to do with anything on a
That's
Saturday
everything.
night?
What do you
Eddie?
mean? To niggas that don't have families, bro. That's something like we can't perceive. So it just
For
seems
sure.
so grand that it's like, all right, you got it. Don't say
For
no
sure.
more. And you got 2 kids, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And if
Girls
nothing
at
else,
that.
and if nothing else, even if I don't have anything to do, I probably need to be sleeping or something like that because I'm so tired. It's actually like, even if it wasn't the case before, it's definitely the case now because my kids are in like activities at school. You know what I'm saying? They got like after school stuff. They're kind of like finding their niche. So I'm always like driving somebody here, dropping them off there, going to pick up supplies for this. So it's definitely like the built-in excuse. But yeah, bro, I've also clocked like 70 hours in Valheim. So it's
Yeah,
like,
that ass,
you know
dog.
what I mean? It
I'm
is
over
what it is.
Yeah, dog. I'm trying to over here get like gold rank and shit. I'm trying to work my way up to challenger, dog. I've been over here in bronze for too long.
Yeah,
I'm trying
that's
to
what I'm
grind.
saying, bro.
I'm trying to get my VC up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work my way up to the pro am in 2K.
Yeah, man.
You know what I
It's
mean?
not that I don't have time. I don't have budget. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so that's way more of what it is.
And I
And
hate
I
that it has
also-
to be my girl. Because when I single, it was definitely like, oh no, I gotta shoot. Oh no, I gotta shoot that day. Oh no, I might be traveling. It was definitely that. But I stopped doing that because then I realized that I started missing out on fun stuff that I actually wanted to do, and I started to
Right.
get FOMO. Not only that, like, so people see the stuff that I do and I work on now, and people that I'm friends with will be afraid to kind of hit me up to do like smaller things that they think is way too out of my range, or
For
that
sure.
they think I'm bigger than. When it's never that. I never want that to be the case. I probably am too busy, but I still want you to ask me
Right.
anyway. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. So it's a double-edged sword.
What do
Sorry,
those
babe.
passion projects look like today? Like as far as like, because you are busy, right? You got a lot of stuff to do. You're running a whole media department for a major brand, and like it is a lot. But like, do you have those passion projects still that you just kind of toil away at just to like, when something is not really popping up?
I definitely don't run it. Let me first say that. It's definitely a collaborative effort amongst
Right.
many people way smarter than me, and I'm just glad to be in the room and able to soak up all the knowledge that I can. But passion projects, there's been one that I've wanted to do a continuation of, but I just haven't felt the inspiration to do so. So like when I moved away, I did a video called 1 Year Later. And it was basically recapping my whole first year. And it was a very depressing year. You know what I'm saying? I moved to a state where I only knew like one person there. I was going to school. It was a long travel to school. I couldn't find a job. So it was just a lot of time to myself thinking and dwelling on my own thoughts and smoke. Because I moved out to California. This is before Jersey was legal in Jersey. So I got out to California and just started going crazy with the smokes. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a continuation of that because where I feel like I left off was like a moment of things are down right now,
Right.
but I'm finding a way to enjoy what I have in front of me.
Right.
And I feel like I just haven't done a continuation, and a lot of shit has happened since then.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's definitely one that I've wanted to do, but I also want it to be a good year. I don't want to do like, 8 years later, 7 years. You know, it has to be 10, 5, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. So I think I'm waiting maybe till the decade mark, and that's a good time to get some B-roll footage together and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could pop it off whenever you want, but I can also say that those passion projects, again, definitely they can be time sinks. So if folks know they're like, yeah, no, he's got this going on, he's doing the pod, he's got, we got clips coming out. Shout out to everybody that's been commenting and loving Because We Feud stuff. We got definitely more announcements coming out about that. But, having those passion projects, kind of just having things that not only just like keep you sharp, but also just like maybe in work and in business, you don't necessarily get to flex all your muscles. You know what I mean? And like, it's definitely like fun to just have other stuff to do besides like the main thing. Right. So again, you can stop using her and kind of just be like, man, I think it's perfectly acceptable to be like, man, I've already dedicated that time to some other projects that I've been working on. And
then I sound like a fucking asshole.
Do you think so? I think it's acceptable now.
I think that comes off a little like what I got going on right now is a little bit bigger than
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it under wraps, but it's coming. For sure.
I feel like I feel like when you try to put it more eloquently and you try to say it more gently, the more it comes off like bullshit,
For sure. I had the reverse problem though, because I'm the guy that doesn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. So people stopped inviting me to things that they definitely should fucking invite me to. And that's really like my homeboy's birthday was last weekend. He lives out here and he posted the flyer on Instagram, and like it was like a real flyer. It's like, yo, man, people free till 5, and it's the nightclub flyer. It's like, yo, celebrating in his birthday, and I'm like, what the fuck? You text me this morning, bro. Like, you didn't tell me that this was happening. He's like, happening? Yo, man, you got a family though. Yo, my nigga. Do you fuck with me or not? Like, now it just sound like you don't like me. You know what I mean? And like, so I was a little upset, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna pop out. We went out, we had a good time, and I just told him like, bro, don't do that shit again. Don't do that shit. Like, yes, I'm going to say no most times. Your birthday and an anniversary, some type of event to support,
I will be there.
Invite me, dog. What's up with you? That's weird.
Yeah. Definitely. So any friends listening out there that think we may be too busy to do something, we probably are. But still, have some common courtesy, man. Invite us still. Yeah, Let us have the opportunity to decline.
So that we could blame our girls.
Exactly. Sorry, babe.
Anyway, welcome to Because We Are Podcast. I'm your co-host, Hod. Follow me on socials at _Hod.wave. Right across from me is Godbolt Visuals. Follow him at _Godbolt. Join us on Discord at discord.com/Because We Are Podcast. If you want to be part of the discussions up here, the best way to do that is through our Patreon at patreon.com/Because We Are. All episodes are uploaded early and often they're first. It will also allow you to be part of our monthly Because We Feud game show that's been going crazy. Lots of people.
Made that announcement today, y'all. If you want to be on the next one, make sure you subscribe if you're not, but if you are a patron already, if you're a cousin already, make sure you comment on the latest post so you can be part of the next survey. Just make sure that you qualify.
Yeah, make sure that you qualify, man. And we may expand at some point. We're not ready to though. There's still a lot of stuff that we just want to keep amongst the immediate family. Y'all all family, y'all all cousins, but amongst the immediate family. You know what I mean? Not everybody, like everybody coming to the funeral, not everybody coming to the kickback. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, So
I like
when we're ready to expand, please support us, man. We'll be ready for y'all. Anyway, Dame, what's going on, man? How you been?
I've been good, bro. It's been a long last couple weeks. I was just up north in New York. Well, I was in Jersey most of the time, but I was up there traveling for work in New York. They had me there from Saturday till Sunday, my boy. And let me tell you, for like 3 of those days, I was just home chilling. It could have been 2 flights, could have been email, but hey, I'm glad. It was a great time to see some family and friends that I haven't gotten to see in a while.
Sure.
Good time to kick back, especially like my cousin. I haven't gotten to see my cousin in a while. Got him invited to one of the events that we had up there so he can enjoy his time with his lady. So that was definitely dope. But yeah, man, I was out there for Jeter. Launched in New York City. Finally, I know a lot of weed smokers been waiting for that. Yeah. I've been waiting for that. A lot of people I know have been waiting for that. So shout out to them. Shout out to the family.
Yeah, congrats, home team.
Yeah, man, they came heavy, dog. Pause if necessary, because we're in New York. Because first weekend, rooftop vibes, 2 nights, Sunday and Monday. Monday they had Fab come out and perform. I got to film that, so that was super dope. I think they just dropped a video for it today. And then the following weekend, we were at this convention, Revelry convention in New York City, at the Pier 39, I believe. Right. Or 36, one of them shits, turn the 6 upside to 9 now. So that was super dope. Another 2-day event, and that was basically like Comic-Con for weed, bro. Let me tell you, I was working most of the time, filming most of the time, and because other brands knew I was with Jeter, they wasn't trying to give me some free shit. But I did get to meet a lot of dope people. I did get to see a lot of dope people. On the second day, they had Fat Joe come out and perform, so that was super dope. I got to meet the Spider Cuh. The Spider Crip nigga.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's the
New York
Shiggy was out there,
right?
So that was dope. And yeah, man, just a lot of vibes, a lot of like content creators in the influencer space, so to say. So a lot of familiar faces out there. A lot of people I was surprised that was into weed and that smoked and shit like that. But it was super dope. That was my first time really seeing what the weed culture in New York is really all about. Especially since it became recreational. This is after I left Jersey, so yeah. It definitely reminds me of a lot of the rap game, man. Let me tell you, it's very grimy. A lot of people are like in it for themselves a little bit, but I guess that's the game, bro. I guess this is how New York culture is. It's competitive, bro. There's not a lot of people out here really trying to do collabs, partnerships, and talking. It's all, like, I know when I was out there, they told me specifically, like, hey, if any of the buyers, any of the other retailers try coming up and want to do like a trade, tell them no, because they're just gonna try to look at our shit, copy our shit, see what we're doing, all that type of stuff. So we can't give So you have to be very careful about who you talk to, who you're trading with. So, man, it is a grimy game, the cannabis industry, dog. Bro.
So grimy, I'm not a heavy like weed smoker or anything like that. I used to, and I think I might have caught like the tail end of like the prohibition, shall we say, but like right before it got legal. So what we're talking, like 2019, 2020, something like that?
You talking in Jersey, like up north, or are you talking Jersey,
up
New York?
Up north. Yeah, New York specifically.
I want to say New York might be more recently. Let me see. Recreational weed, New York became legal in, come on now. What year? 2021.
2021, yeah. So I was already out here because, again, I was still tucking my shit. You know what I mean? Like, pause. Yeah, as if necessary, right?
Yo. If necessary. No, that is necessary. Let's move.
Yeah. But yeah, so I didn't really get to experience it. Fucked around and moved to a state that still abides by the old school laws. So yeah. It's just it doesn't affect me so much because it's just not really a part of how I operate. But bro, weed is everywhere. Niggas smoke weed. My only thing is, like, I'm nervous about buying from a real spot. Like, if it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always that, like, if it didn't come like wrapped in plastic, you know what I mean, in like a Ziploc bag to somebody, from somebody that like lives with their girlfriend, then I'm not sure that it's gonna be good. I don't know if I want a cashier to like hand me my, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, again, culturally, I know that it's like very prominent at this point, but I still have not done a legal weed transaction in my entire life. So, I can imagine how competitive the culture is, though.
I haven't bought weed off the streets in maybe like two or 3 years now.
Okay.
And it's not because I work for who I work for, or I have plugs here or there or whatever, anything like that. It's because I don't know what these niggas are doing with the weed nowadays, bro. Yeah. There's so many niggas lacing the shit, putting like shit that doesn't belong in weed, putting all this other extra chemicals and shit, faking weed, or I just can't. I don't know if I could trust it no more. Like I just specifically like in Jersey, like I know it's going on a lot.
Yeah,
and it obviously not just weed that they're lacing out there, but I just don't know if I trust the streets the same way that I did pre-COVID.
I feel honestly. You. I kind of feel the same way though about like the corporate cannabis industry though, because it's like they fucked up the food, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you can eat a carrot and a carrot tastes like paper now. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we can't really
food,
escape it.
Even processed food. The processed food back in 2003 was so much better than the processed food that we have now, bro. Even if maybe they were just hiding the ingredients, but why are the ingredients list so much longer now?
Yeah, man.
I think I preferred when y'all was hiding all the bad stuff from us because. I don't know. I feel like when we read it, it makes it real. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's so
if we didn't know about it, I feel like it wouldn't be affecting us the same way.
Speaking of processed food, and like just the dirtiest, grimiest type of situations to find yourself in. Obviously, I'm in North Carolina now. One thing, being from New York and being outside of New York, people always talk about is the Chinese food, right? The Chinese food just doesn't hit the same as it does in New York. But I found a spot, right? I found a spot in Durham that has really, really good Chinese food. And I wanted some Chinese food. I wanted just some like chicken wings, pork fried rice, like something simple. But I know that area is active. Like, it's just a very active area.
They get down in Durham?
They get down in Durham. For sure. Honestly, that shit is something. It's one of them. It's one of them. It's a little trenchy.
Is Durham where Duke is at?
Yeah, but like, so the Research Triangle Park is like the central area. Durham is like South Durham is still part of like Raleigh, Cary, Morrisville area. North Durham is the trap. Like that shit is the ghetto.
Every city has its hood.
Has its hoods, absolutely. So I said, fuck it. I know this Chinese food going to hit. If I'm gonna spend the 15, I want to really, really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and order it. I ordered it. I remember the last time they told me I couldn't get no cash. I mean, I couldn't use my card. So that's how you know, for one, shit gonna be different over there.
Mm-hmm.
Cash only, right?
Yep.
I don't know the last time I've been to an ATM. Genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Unless I was like giving my kids like money for like school lunch or something like that. Anyway, so they told me cash only, so I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go find like where do people get cash out, right? So I go to a gas station. I asked the dude at the station, hey, do y'all do cash back? He took one look at me and was like, nah. I'm like, okay, fair. Like, all right, cool. You know, I get it. I understand the climate. So I'm like, yo, do you have an ATM? So he points me to the ATM. I go over to the ATM, you know, put my card in, put my PIN in. The shit said network error. I've never seen, like, it let me do it.
Scammed.
But then it was like,
they got you.
Right? It was clearly some other. I was like, nope. All right, give me my card. Nope. Let me go somewhere else.
Gas station. Yeah. I've seen too many videos of those shits where they have the ATM readers on the fucking scanner shit. It's like, nope.
You pull the shit out.
No
and
tap to pay. No day today.
So boom, I go to the Walgreens, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. It's a Walgreens across the street. I'm gonna go to the Walgreens. I go into the Walgreens, bro. If you close your eyes and and imagine yourself walking into a Walgreens, you know exactly what it looks like. Damn near every Walgreens looks exactly the same.
Same format.
Right?
You know where everything is at already.
You know where everything is at. You don't even got to guess. The soaps is in aisle 4. Like it's always the same shit. Detergent aisle 12. It's always the same layout. This Walgreens looked like an Amazon warehouse. Like it literally like everything was like lined against the walls. I've never seen this before. I'm like, yo, where the hell am I, bro? Like I really feel like I went down a rabbit hole. I go to get, like a Coke or something like that. And I tell the lady, hey, I just would like some cash back. So she's like, all right, cool. I'll give you the cash back. And then as soon as I'm going to pay, 2 crackheads run out of the Walgreens like holding mad detergents. Like they're just like running with the detergents. And I'm like,
Detergents.
Yeah, people steal detergents out of Walmart, out of pharmacies all the time. Crackheads for sure. They just, and the bell is going off and the girl just looked at them running and just went like, yo, like this was the 3rd time they was in there today. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
do cash back.
I'm like, yo, am I in Gotham City? What the fuck is this? So I'm like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. I get my cash. I go to the Chinese place. There was a completely different crackhead inside of the Chinese restaurant. I'm telling the lady, hey, I ordered over the phone Chinese chicken wings, French fry, pork fried rice. She's looking at me like, okay, cool. And then she goes, no, you go, you leave now. And I'm like, who? Me? I look behind me and it's a dude like taking his pants off, and like getting ready to sit his bare balls in the little seat. And they're like, no, you leave. And I'm like, yo, he been here before? Like what?
Like, him?
What is going on?
Oh my God.
Long story short, I get my food.
That shit was busting.
That shit was busting, son. That shit was so good. It was perfect.
Well, you should have known all the hard work you had leading up to it. You knew that was about to be the most best tasting Chinese food you ever had in your entire life.
It was fire. I have a picture on my phone of that shit still. It was perfect. I like, bro, I don't know why struggle and oppression like increases like the flavor palette, but it was so perfect. Shout out to them. Cause like, I don't know how y'all still up there chefing it like that with all that pressure, but yeah, man, like the stories are true. Bulletproof glass, that shit is gonna be fire. It happens every time.
Yep, better believe it.
Yeah. I know you guys probably noticed that T is not here today. He's somewhere spiraling on a boat.
Spiraling.
Yeah, he's for sure spiraling. We'll talk about it more next week, but he's definitely on vacation. Y'all gotta know, cruise trend is back.
I believe this is cruise number 16. I want to say.
Yeah.
I want to say
definitely like number 9 since we started recording. Right. This is his vibe. Yeah. This is absolutely his vibe. But it's very interesting. It seems like this one, there may be some tales to come off of this one, because he doesn't seem to be in the best mood. I don't know if y'all following him on socials yet. Follow him at _. Is it underscore? No, is it just at $10?
It's just at $10.
Yeah. Follow him at $10. Follow his cruise antics. He's still yelling at the hibachi niggas. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on over there.
Yeah, so I've been on a cruise with Trendell.
Right.
Trendell was part of the surprise, along with my other friends, for my 30th birthday on the cruise. For sure. And Trendell did have some crash out moments. I saw him get into the friendliest shouting argument with the woman at the club that I've ever seen. I felt so uncomfortable because it felt like they were gonna swing on each other or kiss.
Just like he likes it.
I didn't know how to read the situation. And then she offered to show us her titty, and so
good times, man.
So I can only imagine what T is going through now, because he should be having the most fun that he's ever had on a cruise, in my opinion, right now. But he's just finding every excuse to do some bullshit. I saw he had somebody pouring maple syrup in their mouth or hot honey in their mouth or something like that.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on, and all his posts. I don't know if you guys have seen him and the stuff that it's all
I don't know if
very,
they can
like,
see him. Because I know Trendell posted a lot to his close friends, but
Oh,
as
yeah,
far
that's
as I know, everybody is on Trendell's close friends.
Right.
So who knows? Follow
like a troll.
Trendell and maybe you'll see some shit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know he's going through an existential crisis. Going through an existential crisis in the Bahamas is like, I don't know. I like your life has to be a certain.
I mean, when
a
you've been on
certain
16
frequency.
cruises, bro, like you got to be desensitized.
Yeah,
to
you're
the,
done. You know what I'm saying?
To
Like,
the, you know, like if this is just whatever to you at this point. He's been to the Bahamas more times than I've been to South Beach, and that shit is 15 minutes away from me.
see what I'm saying? I know. It's like, again, how many spots can you hit, bro?
He's
How
gonna be
many
so mad
spots
when
can
he
you
when we're spending too much time on T right now. He's gonna be so mad when he hears this.
He'll be all right, man. Like we'll prop him up, man. You need us. That's the problem. You need us to like really feel like yourself. But
One day we'll because we cruise.
oh man,
Because we cruise on deck.
yeah, that would be heavy. That'd be a lot of fun, for sure. All right, so we're gonna get into some topics now, y'all.
Yeah, man. Let's get into some sports.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
let's
saying?
do it.
We'll start with some sports entertainment. I know we usually don't get into this regularly on the pod, but me and Hyde are big fans of wrestling. And this upcoming weekend, WWE specifically, I do like AEW. I know they have All Out coming out this weekend, but we're not going to be talking about that right now. We can if you want to, but I don't have the card in front of me. We're going to be talking about WrestlePalooza. I know Hyde has some gripes with the WWE. He wants to get off too.
For sure.
So let's get into that a little bit. WrestlePalooza coming up this weekend. Where's that happening this time?
Indianapolis, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the same. You know, I think either WrestleMania or Royal Rumble were in Indianapolis this year, so it's very interesting that they're going back there. And it was
Pat
announced,
McAfee, you know he's gonna come back.
right? And you know it was announced like pretty soon, like before pretty late rather before the date, because the ESPN deal had just come through. So maybe they was just like, I don't know, scrambling and just like, yo, let's just get a venue that we already have a relationship with. But I mean, the card is looking pretty good. You know, you got Cena and Lesnar at the top of the card. Obviously, you've got Punk and AJ Lee. The return of AJ Lee, very exciting. Versus,
I completely forgot she was from Jersey until her last promo. So definitely rooting on them extra hard this weekend, even though I can probably see them losing. But
you think
we'll
so? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, here's the thing, right? Because this is part of the scrum, the media scrum. What I'm hearing is that AJ Lee signed a multi-year deal for a full-time spot, right? So she's really back. I think you have to kind of establish her strong again, and like this is her first official match. She's kind of just been in talks and spats, promos and stuff like that. So
she's so good on the mic too.
Yeah, man, she still got it. And it's crazy. Yo, those fights at home between CM Punk and AJ Lee got to go crazy, right? Because they're both so good at shit talking that I'm pretty sure they get into their bag when it's really up in there. But yeah, so you got Punk and AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch and Seth. Super. Battle of the Spouses. Super dope that we got basically 4 of the top superstars kind of all in relationships. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think that's happened before.
Not that I can recall. No.
Yeah.
Genuine relationships, not just like WWE manufactured storyline ones. So yeah, you might be right. How do you feel about the John Cena and Lesnar match build up in general?
Obviously it was going to be awkward because of all the stuff going on with Lesnar. I feel like because I don't think it means anything. I think this is kind of whatever happens on Sunday will kind of be the end of it, and Lesnar goes back to doing whatever the hell he was doing before this. I think it'll be a good match. John Cena's been putting on banger after banger in the last 2 months, but the promos themselves and the build up themselves, they're not. Again, the booking to me has kind of been very lackluster. I like the Cody and Drew stuff, but
Yeah.
For the most part, I'm not super sold on the Lesnar Cena thing. I know there's a lot of history, and I think they're mostly banking on that.
Yeah, and I think that's just what it's gonna be. It's gonna be this is what Lesnar does. Lesnar comes in, quick little storyline. See you later. You know what I'm saying? He did it with Cody. He's done it with John before. So I mean, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think John will win. You know, I think Brock likes John, so Brock did decide to come back, and I think that was Brock's decision to come back, and I don't think Cena's lying when he says that he didn't choose this. Brock was this wasn't something that he necessarily asked for, and I think that's why they did the super quick turnaround with the heel stuff. Yeah. So I don't mind the match. I don't even mind the fact that it doesn't have a real build up to it, and it's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Only thing that I hate is the fact that outside of this, I just hate the fact that we haven't gotten, like, we wasted our time with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You know, we only have so many more Cena appearances left, and it's like, all right, Logan Paul was kind of a waste, honestly. We loved the stuff with. It was cool, but I would just like in Cena's promo. There's so much more other people I would love to see Cena go up against one more time, like him and AJ. Like it's probably not going to happen given what AJ is doing in his storyline right now, and with the path that Cena's on, especially he's a face again. It's looking like maybe after this he has Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. I think he had his list. He said he wants to fight Jey Uso. That might be cool too.
But I don't think none of that is going to happen anymore.
I don't think so either.
Because I don't think he wrestles again until the next PLE.
Right. I think he's got four more appearances.
I know one's in Boston, right?
Yeah.
Or did that
I think
one
his
happen?
last one is in Boston.
Okay,
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, they changed that. It was going to be his last match, and then they made it something else.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever the case is, it's gonna be it's gonna be what it is. I mean, he's on a farewell tour, right?
Cool. Interrupted, but his match with Sammy was going really cool until Brock interrupted it.
Yeah, it was. It was going well.
I just feel very indifferent about this whole farewell tour. You know, I feel like the heel stuff was cool for a little bit, but then it was kind of wasted. And now I feel like they're kind of just in this zone, in this spot where it's like, all right, what do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? And it's like, all right, they had an opportunity to make this a story, and now they just kind of got frustrated, and they're just kind of throwing shit at the wall. It's like, all right, we'll just kind of make it fan service instead. So it just feels like it was a giant mess this whole last year.
Yeah. But more so to the WWE issues that I've been having is really the fact that how you watching WrestlePalooza this weekend? Because do you have the ESPN Unlimited app?
I can tell you how I'm watching, but I think I prefer not to snitch.
Sure.
But no, I'm not getting an app. I have no interest in downloading or paying an extra $30 a month just to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sorry. Like Peacock, I felt like was perfect. It was $8 a month. You get all the PLEs. You get to watch them back whenever you like. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
I get it. You have this relationship. You're making a lot of money off of it. There is going to be people that will pay, but it ain't going to be me. And it's not going to be, I think, the average viewer, the average young viewer for sure.
Yeah, there was a tweet going around, or not really a tweet, but just a quote from Triple H. No, not from Triple H. From somebody from TKO. Where they basically were saying like, oh, well, yeah, back in the days with Vince, like, he wanted to make sure that we were priced for families and things like that. And, basically saying like, we want more of like a luxury kind of vibe.
He basically said that Vince ran in bad business. He didn't he didn't want the business to grow. Which
is like anti-consumer as fuck, but also just like, it's there. The WWE is getting to a point where like it's really, really hard to justify supporting, like just like genuinely, because it just feels like everything they're doing is to extract as many dollars from you as humanly possible. And I'm not like big on companies that's their main goal. Everyone wants to make their money. People pay good money. You know, the pay-per-views back in the day used to be what, 50, $60, depending, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
on which one per month. So I definitely get it, but like people are strapped for cash right now, and like things are still very, very difficult. So stuff like this, when you have a competitor that isn't doing all that weird shit, is like, you know, the benefit of the free market, honestly, because the fact is we're still gonna watch the content whether we watch it the way you want us to or not. I think Adam Silver also made a comment recently about the NBA. Did you see this one where he said
No.
like he said people who can't afford to watch the games
Oh
uh
yeah, I did see
are
this.
are they could just watch the highlights
Watch the
because
highlights.
we're a highlight thing anyway, like, so you can just watch like compilations on YouTube and shit like that. Are y'all kidding me, bro? Like, what?
Yeah.
It's there's a very interesting shift happening, like with
Mm.
corporations these days, and it's just it just feels like, you know, all right, like, you if y'all think people are just gonna keep doling out money, like, it's genuinely just not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Say what you
So
want about David Stern and Vince McMahon as people, but in terms of doing what was best for the viewers and knowing the audience, I felt like they always kind of tried to do a good job with that. Vince has always been very family first in terms of like forget the PLEs, bro, the price
Yeah.
of tickets.
yeah, yeah,
And I know I think Ricochet recently made a comment about this too, saying that, AEW is a lot, it is, that's why companies like AEW are important, because they do offer an alternative for people who, if you do want to go see some wrestling, some, a professional wrestling, not just, your
professional,
local indie
good,
show who's going to
yeah, good
fucking,
wrestlers.
yeah, like you can still watch that big production, pyro, all this type of stuff,
Yeah,
same quality of wrestling. You may not get all the theatrics and the backstage segments the same type that you may get with the WWE, but you're still gonna get a great wrestling show. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I feel like AEW does well, or they are on par with the WWE, is the quality of actual wrestling,
wrestling. Yeah,
and the wrestlers that they have over there are super credible.
yeah,
If they weren't, then fucking WWE wouldn't be stealing them every single time their contracts ran up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No,
And then there's this general tone of like somebody big will come back, or like they'll get an acquisition and then they'll run that acquisition for like a couple weeks or a couple months, and then like they're on to the next. Because like Penta was super hot like 2 months ago, you know what I mean? Like when Carmelo Hayes first came, he was super hot. They released Andrade recently, you know. There's all these things that
man.
like kind of things are going well, but they're just like churning out certain types of content, and it's almost like inconsistent, the quality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I have an issue necessarily with the booking, but just like y'all are like there was a resurgence in the last few years. Those people that came back are going to stop watching again,
Yeah.
because like they're not diehards, they're casual wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've done all this market research and seen the resurgence, you need to build up goodwill. Like, I don't understand this concept of like, well, fuck it, we got them now, let's make them pay as much as we can. People are gonna leave.
I think it's a culmination of a lot of things. I think it's the fact that WWE just has way too many good wrestlers, big wrestlers
For
right
sure.
now.
And not enough
There's
shows.
and not enough shows. Not only that, let's also remember, since it picked up in the resurgence again, they cut from 3-hour shows to 2-hour shows again.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
we are missing out on a lot of potential storylines and a lot of people getting their shine and their opportunity to go out there and shine. So I think that's what the biggest problem is, man. And I don't understand it, because I don't know if maybe that cuts cost. Maybe I don't know if they're looking at it from a business, like an expenses side, like a financial side like that. But I think I think they're trading the quality of. That's the trade off. They're losing quality because they want to save money, and that's never good. I think for business in the long run.
It's almost like they're holding wrestlers like stock. You know what I mean? Like, whereas like as long as we have them, even if we're not using them, we can kind of we can use them when we want, and then kind of like hold them when we don't really need them and we got other shit popping. But yeah, there's the roster's like 60 deep. I probably, you've got 25 to 30 genuinely great wrestlers that should be in title pictures all over the place.
Yeah, bro. There's like 10 wrestlers that deserve title shots right now. Yeah. And what are we going to do, Yeah. Like, we have our main guys already caught up in storyline, so we can't just give Penta a world heavyweight title shot out of nowhere because, unless you want Punk to come in there and interfere and ruin the match.
Right.
Like, there's just... I have a tough time in my universe mode trying to give everybody their appropriate amount of shine. And I think what they're trying to do is, like, trying to work it in cycles. Like, all right, you're going to be on TV for a while, and then you're going to be off TV for a while, and then you're going to come back on, and then you're going to come back off. And I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like Penta's kind of, like, on his rise again, while, like, his brother, who started off super hot, I mean, that nigga was in 2 straight PLEs. His first appearance was in WrestleMania, and he's kind of... He was in a tag team with Andrade, and Andrade's gone now. And speaking of Andrade, I think it's come to a point where we kind of just have to look at Andrade. You got dropped from WWE, you got dropped from AEW, and you got dropped from WWE again. Yeah. Whose fault is it, really? After they signed a contract with AAA, all the more reason for you to even be involved. But from what I heard, from what I read, they wanted Andrade to be involved with AAA. He was at the press conferences for the AAA when they signed, but Andrade wanted no parts of the Worlds Collide PLE. I think I read it's because he came up in another, I guess, a rival Mexican promotion called CMLL, and I guess he felt like going back to AAA would be below him, which is stupid, which is... Yeah.
They just got they're hot.
But then again, that's just what I read. That could totally be false. But I think it does come to a point where we have to look at the common denominator here. I love Andrade. I love his aura. I love what he can do in the ring. But it's starting to seem like, all right, is he just a tough guy to work with?
Honestly, man, I think he might be too handsome.
Could be.
That is a beautiful man. Like, Andrade is a fucking handsome dude. Yo, being super handsome makes you a shitty person. And it should. It genuinely. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you don't have to be friendly. You don't have to be like social. People are just gonna give you what you want for the most part. So Andrade might actually be who he thinks he is. So and unfortunately that might not bode well for him being like a super hungry wrestler, but he'll land on his feet. Good luck to him wherever he lands.
Yeah. To be fair, I think him or Melo should have got their shot at the U.S. title, like a fair shot, especially after that 7 series they had. But then they had LA Knight kind of coming out of nowhere and cock block both of them. Yeah. Shinsuke thing was a waste of time.
I'm interested to see what the what is it? Is it the U.S. title? What does Sammy have right now? Is it the U.S. title?
The U.S. title.
Yeah, the Open Challenge.
Yeah, I would love to see I'd love to see Carmelo.
Yeah, I need that Carmelo versus Sammy.
I'd love to see Carmelo eventually be the one to beat him at the Open Challenge, but I'd love to see him go at it with Rey Fenix. I would love to see him go at it with, let's see, AJ. I don't know what's AJ doing right now. AJ just did like his own little pipe bomb where he talks about how the WWE wants him out. So I do think that AJ, maybe he makes an appearance at another TNA show. He does some stuff with TNA. TNA has a lot of stuff going on right now with NXT. NXT is basically stealing all their titles.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for their eventually. I think they'll end up going to do like a NXT TNA, cross promotion fucking PLE. That'll be super dope where they win all their titles back. Hopefully, because Trick Williams has had the TNA title for a while. I feel like
for like a month and a half already. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of NXT, I love what I don't. We didn't really go over the rest of the. Let's see. We have Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer going for the women's title.
Yep. The women's title, and then we got I would love to see. Honestly, I think EO wins.
I hope
think
EO
just
wins
give the
too.
belt back to EO.
Stephanie has been getting a shit ton of media lately.
She
like
has.
a shit ton of media lately. Yeah. She just got up to the main roster, and they're treating her like she's been there, and she's been in the championship spot forever now.
Yeah.
But then outside of that, we have the Usos versus Division, Braun Breaker and Bronson the Reeds. I think Division comes off on top in this, and I think we had Jay's been hinting at his heel turn. He's feeling very Roman-esque right now, so I think they lose, and I think this is their clashing point. We get to another. Unfortunately, we're gonna get another Uso main event match, not main event, PLE match. Hopefully they do a better job this time than they did last time, especially because it looks like it'll be like, what is it now? It'll be Jimmy as the face and Jay as the heel. So that'll be an interesting concept. But NXT, I think, is where it's at right now, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. They've been putting on a lot of bangers. Shout out to them.
NXT Homecoming was fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Homecoming is, yeah. So I think, and I'm at a point right now where I'm kind of hoping that superstars from NXT don't get called up right now.
Right.
Because there's just way too much stuff going on. Like,
yeah.
Obafemi should be the champion in NXT for the next 2 years. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry.
For sure.
That is a wrestler, bro. Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw his recent promo he did on Ricky Saints during the Grayson Waller effect on the Homecoming episode, but man, he flamed him up alive. Like, that man went to an Ivy League school, and you could tell because he is so articulate with his roasting. He made AEW references. He's just so good on the mic.
Check it out. Javon Evans too, absolute superstar. Like, you can just see it. He's good. He's gonna. I kind of need him to get called up because he's not gonna wrestle forever. Like, he's the stunts that he does, the things that he gets away with, bro. He is going to have a rough time in his 30s. So we need to get him title shots, PLEs, all that stuff right now because he's gonna retire at a running back age for sure.
Yeah, for real. He needs
be rough.
He needs to slow it down. But hey, if Jeff could do it, he could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Took a lot of tequila, but
I also love Ethan Page. Ethan Page has been one of my favorite heels.
He's been cooking
for a while now. He's so good, so hateable, punchable face. I also like Lexus King. He's finally starting to get a little bit more TV time now. Lexus King's been really entertaining. He has that whole Jericho look, and they're also, by the way, there are rumors of Jericho coming back.
I have seen that.
I've been very indifferent about Jericho over the years recently, but I always love his work that he's doing on AEW, from the Learning Tree, when he did the new list. Like, he's just so good in whatever role he puts himself in, whatever gimmick he puts himself in. It's always really entertaining. So, yeah, man, that's WrestlePalooza. That's NXT. That's the WWE. A lot of work to be done on the main roster, but NXT is carrying strong.
For sure, holding it down.
Yeah, man. I'm watching, what's it called? I'm just looking at the score for this Dolphin and Bills game going on right now. It's actually a tie game going into the half. I'm surprised because the Dolphins have looked like shit all season.
Yeah. Bills just smoked my boys, so yeah, like I ain't too happy about it, but yeah. NFL is definitely back. We are in week 2 already.
No, week 3. No.
Week 3. Yeah.
Week 3.
Yeah, starts week 3. I need more shit to shake out. You know, there's been some injuries, right? Joe Burrow is down now. How the Eagles looking? Because I'm hearing a little like
apparently we're boring.
Yeah, I've been hearing a little feedback about that.
Hey man, they say we're boring. Jalen Hurts can't throw. The tush push should be banned. It's everything we've heard for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just business as usual. We're 2-0.
Yeah,
we've won 16. Well, I'm sorry, we've won 17 of our last 18 games. I mean, I don't know like how people want us to respond to this type of stuff. Like, yeah, we could be boring to you guys, but the motherfuckers win games, bro.
Yeah, no, they're
we beat the Chiefs, we beat the Cowboys, and respectively, the Cowboys look pretty good this year.
They did, yeah, they did.
Dak looks all right. The defense looking pretty strong even without Micah. I think if they had Micah, they probably would have beat us. If I'm being completely honest. And if CD could catch, But yeah, man, 2-0. We have the Rams this week, so they have a high-powered offense, but we should end up being 3-0 if we can get our offense going. We definitely need A.J. Brown to be a little bit more involved. We know how fickle wide receivers can be, so I want to make sure we keep him happy this week. Even though I did trade him in a fantasy league because he's just not getting it done. But yeah, man, I'm really happy, and I feel like Saquon really hasn't been unleashed just yet.
Right.
The defense definitely has some work to do. Jalen Carter made a fucking idiot out of himself in week 1. But I feel like our defense looked pretty good week 2. Hurts may have been held under 100 yards, but Patrick Mahomes wasn't throwing that crazy either. So I feel like it's all right.
I think the Eagles still come out of the NFC. Like, it's just because there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody really there to challenge that's like too strong. Maybe the Rams can because they can put points up, right?
In the NFC, I'm seeing the Packers have definitely become favorites. Their defense looks really good. Jordan Love is looking really good on offense. Josh Jacobs looks like a fucking touchdown merchant. Who else do I like in the NFC? I think the Cowboys, like I said before, are going to have a really good year. I think they'll be really tough. The Buccaneers, when they get fully healthy, when they get Chris Godwin back, I think could be really strong. The NFC East in general, besides the Giants, the Commanders, I feel like they really haven't gotten their offense flowing yet. Jaden Daniels is a little roughed up right now. Yeah. But when he gets it going, I feel like they're going to be a tough team to deal with. They lost Austin Eckler for the year, but they got Bill back there. So I think Bill will hold it down pretty good. But maybe outside of that, I don't know. 49ers are a little banged up. The defense is still their defense. They don't have Debo no more. He's in Washington.
Yep. Debo hit somebody with some shit too recently. But yeah, no, so that's kind of all that like I've been seeing, and yeah, maybe the Eagles are a little bit boring, but like domination sometimes can look boring. So
yeah, bro, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
it's a boring boxer to watch, man.
On the other side of the coin, my Jets, let's go 0-2, just like always. It's crazy because the Steelers Jets game was a really, really good game.
It was.
Justin Fields played amazing. He had not amazing, but just like he was in control of the game. You could tell that he was very much in control of the game. And for as good as he was in that game is how bad he was against the Buffalo Bills. I kind of want to let him cook because the Bills are tough. Their front four on defense is extremely tough. It seems like they had them rattled a little bit. We are very small at the O-line right now. We lost Elijah Vera Tucker for the year. So, like, to his other knee, there's obviously things that we need to build. A lot of people are already jumping off ship. I don't think the Jets were going to be very good anyway, but I just wanted to see progress. So they had one good game that they lost and one game that looked like the Jets still. So they're up against the Bucs this week. They're probably going to lose that game, but it's more about how they come out. So we're going to see. The rest of the AFC is still the same. It's Bills country. You know what I mean? It's
not the same. I mean, the Chiefs are 0-2.
Yeah, that's fair. And I heard somebody say like they didn't think the league was gonna let the Chiefs go 0-2. It's like they've been dominant for like 5 years. Like it's about time that someone else kind of starts to emerge. So it's hard to keep up that level of dominance, and the team is very much not the same as it was. So
yeah, I think in the AFC it might end up being the Bills coming out of there, especially with. We don't know how Joe Burrow is going to look the rest of the season, even if he does come back. I think he's dealing with turf toe. And as silly as the name sounds, man, that is not an injury you want to have. You want to wish on your worst enemy, bro. I've dealt with super minor turf toe just playing like flag football. And that shit is no joke, bro. That shit fucking hurts.
Very dangerous. I mean, it's honestly, anything with your toes or with your feet, like, bro, nobody wants that. Like it's really rough. I've been able to kind of like avoid injuries for the most part, other than like just being an old ass nigga now. So like shit be hurting and you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know why, like little shoulder pains and stuff like that. But as far as sports and like even like working out, I've been pretty clean. But if if there's a part of my body that's like the worst to hurt, it's probably, would your toe be the worst thing you could hurt? Like just the most random part that you like, shit that you'd forget that hurts, and then you'll like do something and it's just like, fuck, I forgot.
It's definitely your toe and your knee.
Yeah.
Definitely your toe and your knee, because I feel like with your toe you can at least put your foot up, take that pressure off, but with your knee, any movement with your leg, bro, oh man, it sucks the worst. Fantasy football, I am playing Trendell this week. I wish he was here so I could talk my shit. He is currently 1-1. I'm currently 1-1. How am I liking our matchup? I think I'm liking it pretty good. He has A.J. Brown, who hasn't really done much of anything. He's starting some tight end named Jake Tongas, who I've never heard of before, honestly. Yeah. He's not a real guy.
Yeah. That's his Madden character, for sure.
Yeah, for real. Darnell Mooney, I'm not scared of him. Chris Olave, I'm not scared of him. So I'm feeling pretty confident this week that I'll beat T. If I'm wrong, I won't talk about it next week.
Who you rolling with? Who you got
what's
started?
up?
Who you
rolling
me?
With?
Who you got started?
This week I got Jared Goff, Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Drake London, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyler Warren, Tate McMillan, Jameson Williams, the Seahawks defense, and Boswell, the kicker from the Steelers. I'm feeling pretty good about my team. Wide receivers could use a little bit of work. There's some trades I'm trying to, get made done here and there, but I think I feel pretty good. I think my team can go pretty deep. I've had some of the highest scoring weeks so far. It's only been 2 weeks. But yeah, man, very promising season going so far. Some fantasy busts, though. There's been a lot of players underperforming this year. A.J. Brown, for one. I got Drake London, who's definitely been underperforming for sure. I know a lot of people who are. I know a few Patriots fans who are all in this year on Stephon Diggs. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate Drake May. I think that kid's got gusto. You know what I'm saying? He's got grit. And I think paired with the right receiver, he can kind of be steered in the right way. I don't know if Stephon Diggs is necessarily the right guy for that, because Stephon Diggs can be very much into himself. But, a lot of these Patriots fans had high hopes. But now I feel like they're starting to regret those high hopes. Because that man is thinking about everything except for what's going on the field. And, not rightfully so. Not for nothing, I saw this coming. I think I mentioned it on the pod before we did the draft that, there was that video of him on the boat.
Yeah.
With some white girls and substances. Well, no, I don't think, there was a couple white girls, but not all white girls, and some substances. Some pink substances. Yeah. So that was my notice right there. Like, we're not drafting this. We're staying far away from not only this guy, anybody on the Patriots team. We're staying far away from them.
Yeah. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. He's had a big week. Shall we
Absolutely.
Say. He had a big week. Obviously he announced, along with Cardi B, that they are expecting a child.
Okay.
So congrats to them.
Congrats.
Right.
Cardi popping them motherfuckers out.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Obviously, Cardi's album comes out this week. Set to debut at midnight. Am I the Drama? Obviously, is what it's called. I find it interesting because she had put up a post recently, maybe a week ago, basically saying the label has informed me that I blew all my budget money on this. So now I'm just going to have to start handing my CD out to people.
That was hilarious.
Streets. I thought it was funny, but I also thought it had a little bit of ring of truth to it. In the sense that I wonder if Atlantic is kind of pulling back a little bit on the Cardi B business, because every time she's ready to roll, she gets pregnant. It seems like every single time that they're like, all right, cool, Cardi, you got it. You got the records you want. Yep. You got the look you want. Yep. Oh, hold on. I gotta go to
Ready
this
to go on
doctor's appointment,
tour?
y'all. I'll be right back. As soon as I get back from this doctor's appointment, I'm coming up there. We out. And it doesn't end up like that. But album is dropping. Tour is still announced. What is it called? The Drama Club tour or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, she's already announced the tour. I'm excited. Little Miss Drama is what the tour is called. I'm excited to see what this album sounds like. She's got some really, really exciting features on there. I know there was a lot of talk about a lot of the songs being old, like WAP being on there and like Outside. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the case. Like I don't know for sure that that's what the album track list looks like. What is your expectation for the album?
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely going to be a whole different vibe than the last one. Yeah. When was the last? When was Invasion of Privacy? 2019?
2017.
17?
17.
Wow. So, like, damn, this is
bro.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
This is a while since, so I don't even know what to expect, honestly, because we've heard honestly over so many sounds over the years, just whether it be on features or throwaway singles or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if this whole thing is just like straight up just like a rap album. Like there is no like that or anything like that. Because from so far, because what WAP is, that's rap. They rapping on there.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're rapping about, the context, they're rapping. Outside, straight rapping. Imaginary Players, that was straight rapping. So I hope that's just the general consensus of what the album's gonna sound like. Yeah. Because I feel like with Invasion of Privacy, what were the singles off of that? Bodak Yellow, of course.
Bodak Yellow.
Be Careful, which was like kind of, she was rapping on that. Yeah. And then I Like It.
Like that. Yeah, which was
and
a
that
huge
was
single.
Yeah. And that was like a worldly song.
Yeah. So
we'll
I
see.
did see
I don't know.
see that Bad Bunny is scheduled to be on it. Right. So I expect a Bad Bunny and Cardi B record is gonna go crazy. Like I don't think there's really not much you can kind of do to get away from that.
I'm looking at
right?
the track list now. Janet Jackson.
She's got a Janet Jackson feature.
Oh
now,
no,
I do.
Up and WAP are definitely on the album.
Yeah, I see them. They're towards the end though, so I'm at least happy about that.
And
so they're gonna like kind of act as like deluxe versions, right?
Now that's just to bump them numbers,
Yeah, exactly. Which again, that's the game, man. You know what I mean?
I don't hate it.
Yeah. She's got a Lizzo feature on here. She's got a couple Summer Walker appearances on the album.
Tyler, shout out to the label.
Yeah, shout out to
Is her.
Yeah, for sure. So
you made the Cardi album, baby.
I think we got an interesting. I think it's gonna be an interesting listen. It looks like the Kehlani single is the one that they're gonna push first because I saw a little clip on Twitter a little earlier of a trailer with Kehlani in it. So let's see. That song is going to be called Safe, produced by DJ Squonko and Sean Island. Not familiar with those names.
Sean Island sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard his credits over on something before, or I've seen his credits on something before. I'm curious what the Lizzo one's going to be like.
Yeah. I think, you know what? Lizzo's been rapping so much, it might just be a straight up rap record.
Maybe. Lizzo has been outside lately.
Yeah.
Making a lot of appearances, whether it be streams or I know she recently do like her own little like live stream or something like that with at like an award show with SZA.
And she's also been like, I think she has essentially what is a Finsta, but like she's been doing like more behind the scenes stuff on like a separate channel, a separate like TikTok feed or something like that. So she's definitely trying to like not rebrand necessarily, but just market to direct to consumer, right? I think that's mainly what she's playing with. So
okay,
I'm interested. Obviously, Cardi album drops, we're gonna listen no matter what.
Yeah, facts. So. I'm gonna listen to this, bump this in the morning for sure.
For sure.
Anything else coming out in music or that you're looking forward to at least?
I've
been so like tapped out of music. Like outside of like, the big albums that, we were waiting for, like, Jid, Clips, Joey, all of that. It's like, all right, let me take a break. There's just a lot of heat at once to consume, especially considering like, a lot we've had over the last few months in general, we've had like 2 or 3 albums that could be considered rap albums of the year. And then, a big Tyler fan like me, you got to Don't Tap the Glass. Just a lot of shit going on right now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great albums, and like again, it's gonna be a bloodbath at the end of the year, man, for that top 5 spot. It's gonna be crazy. Brent Faiyaz is dropping an album tonight, which still excited about. I really really am a big fan of Brent Faiyaz. I thought Larger Than Life was a really really great album. I don't think it got supported as much as I would expect, but I really really enjoyed that album. So I'm interested to see what he has. Looks like there's some like Big Sean stuff coming out tonight. Mick Jenkins. There's a couple of I would say like mid Carters that are dropping. I think people are getting out of the way of Cardi. I know Duggar has an album coming out and he moved out of the way for Cardi. So
Doug is on some shit right now.
He's on a he's
Yo, did you hear that Glorilla diss track?
I did.
Oh my God, so good, so funny. I wish she really released it.
Hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Her naming it Brianna, it's just like that's so funny, man. I love those Memphis girls, bro. They just different. They just a whole different breed. I love that she dissed Mariah on it too. You know what I mean? She's like, nah, bring your Tweety Bird head looking ass here too. It's just like that's funny, man. Like I like that. I really did.
Absolutely.
Did. Not the best like mixed or like it's not obviously like a single you play back, but it was a fun.
That's just something she did that night. That's dope, and I appreciate that shit. Glow has always been mad authentic, and that's what I really love about her. She don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
There's some serious stuff I did want to talk about in the music world going on right now.
Okay.
I think you alluded to this before, man, but these singers, they might be the most dangerous people on the planet. Given the history, man. I mean, you look back, we got R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got
mic accusations, obviously.
Yeah, the mic accusations.
Brandy smoked somebody one time.
Yes, she did.
that is a thing that happened. Accident, but still dangerous.
Yeah. Tiana Taylor doesn't look like somebody I'd want to fuck with either.
Remember Trey Songz used to be
Trey Songz,
crowns beating niggas up. Chris Brown.
Yep. Trey Songz beat up what's his name? August Alsina.
Yeah.
Sean Kingston be getting down.
Yeah, man, he in jail right now. Took a bid with his mama. That's crazy.
And
you know
I think we have 2 more to add to the list. I think I know we only talked about one, but by the time we started recording, there's been another development about another one. But let's talk about David.
Yeah. D4ID or some shit like that.
D4VD. David.
Yeah,
so
VD is right.
David, I want to say last week I heard the story about them finding a dead body, a decomposed, chopped up body at an impound inside of a Tesla trunk.
Yep.
The car was registered under David's name, and he was fully cooperative with the police. That was the first thing that I saw. He still went on to do like 4 more shows after that or something. I think he just recently canceled his tour today or yesterday or something like that. So he went on to do shows. He was talking to the police. But then the internet did its thing, man. The internet did its thing. We got the ID of the girl.
Yep.
They traced her to his Discord. They found old photos. This nigga was popping up with streams and she was there. Yeah. And the girl has been missing since 2024, so a little over a year now.
Deep dark criminal link.
Yes, and I feel like every single time I go on Twitter, the internet finds more and more stuff. So they had matching tattoos on their fingers that said "shh."
That is so incriminating.
Her name is Celeste, and he has referenced her name in songs before. He everybody keeps referring to the lyrics in his song. What is it? Romantic Homicide, where he talks about like, oh, I envisioned you dead in my dreams or something like that. And now his whole tour, I'm not sure if you saw this, but his tour theme has been a funeral.
Did not realize that.
Yeah, and then if you go back, and I'm telling you, it gets deep, bro. If you go back and look at some of the releases for the release dates for his songs, he's been releasing romance songs on her birthday.
Wow. It's so full disclosure, I don't know who this nigga is.
I've definitely heard of him before. I went to my Spotify, looked up his name and my liked songs just to make sure I don't have any of his songs on there.
Yeah.
But no, apparently I'm not a fan of his music because I've never listened to it before, I guess. But I have seen the name D4VD around before.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently he actually recorded a whole song called Celeste, and it got leaked. It got leaked on TMZ yesterday. This thing says he's from Queens, which, like, please no.
Oh,
like,
man.
let's just not go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, man. RIP to the young lady, and hopefully we find out more information about what happened. But it definitely doesn't look good. It definitely looks like he knew this girl for sure and had a relationship with her. The fact that he's been on tour for like the last few weeks and this girl has been missing for about the same amount of time. She's been missing from her home for over a year, but she's been missing from friends and people that were kind of within their circle for a few weeks as well. And it just seems very dark, man. It just, but yeah, hopefully whatever happened to her, we find out more information, because this definitely doesn't look good. Regardless
My issue
of,
is,
go ahead.
He's 20 years old.
Yep.
She should be 15 right now.
She's 15.
When they met, I saw the Discord messages. It was like 2023, right? She was 13. Yep. He was 18.
Yep.
People knew that this couple was together, and nobody said a fucking word.
Right.
This nigga was been an open pedophile, posting photos of them two on his close friends' Instagrams, and nobody said a fucking word about it.
That's I don't want to say that that's kind of part of like the like Hollywood, not necessarily Hollywood, but like celebrity culture, and like just like if somebody got a whole lot of money and a lot of cash, a lot of clout, they get away with a lot of shit that obviously under other circumstances it wouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? It's really terrible. Again, their relationship is still speculative at the moment, but there's some nasty shit going on. And yeah, it's nasty.
So shout out to our guy G Wolf in our Discord.
In Discord, shout out G Wolf.
He did send me.
Casey.
He did send me a link about apparently the police are able to use your Discord messages and see what the fuck you guys have been talking about in there.
Yeah. So
I don't know how I feel about it, but definitely hey man, our Discord is normal. Normal as fuck. There's a lot of just grown niggas in there, honestly. I don't think we have anybody under the age of fucking 30 in our fucking Discord.
Right.
But I think there definitely needs to be a little bit of monitoring in some of these superstars that have Discords with a lot of younger fans. And, I love the idea of being able to interact with people that you're fans of, but there's got to be some, there's definitely there's a limit here.
And honestly, it's not limited to just D4VD either. There's I don't know if you've been seeing the clips from the NBA YoungBoy concerts.
Oh yeah, hilarious! That's like a fucking horror movie, bro.
Bro, I mean, maybe I'm just to that age, but like that shit looks demonic. I'm just gonna say it.
Somebody said it looks like the scene when Scar took over Pride Rock in The Lion King.
Dead ass does, bro. I don't understand how these arenas, mind you, he'll be in Raleigh on November. It might be like October 26th or something like that. Either way, I'm staying my ass home. That shit is gonna be like Purge Day. Like I'm good. I just told you what's going on in Durham. Yeah. I know how nasty Lenovo Center is gonna be on that day. I'm gonna be able to smell the niggas over there from my house, and I'm just not looking forward to it. It looks like imagine you work at the arena on NBA YoungBoy night. You're not calling out. Like I'm not cleaning up after these niggas, bro.
Security, concessions, the merch people. Oh my God, they are getting it at these shows. There is no security. I saw clips of people of a group of YNs just walk into the fucking section, the first section 100 seats, and just taking over for the first seats they can. Like it was fucking, oh man, like it was musical chairs.
Yeah, no, it's there's some really, really wild. And again, these people are passionate about NBA YoungBoy, man. Like they treating him like Michael Jackson. Like folks is crying, you know what I'm saying? Giving their whole. I saw one dude on a cell phone call, FaceTime call with some niggas in jail, watching the whole concert with the niggas in jail on a FaceTime call. And it's just like, man, he's wherever they are like pooling and like, you know, just like having discussions, he has a very, very active fan base. And I don't know where the fuck they meet at, but it's very active. It's crazy.
The gas station.
Pretty much. Wherever they sell Fonto leaf. Like that's where you can find them niggas. But shout out to NBA YoungBoy, man.
Yeah, he's killing it, bro.
Yeah, he's smoking shit. So who's the other dangerous R&B singer you were mentioning?
Oh man. One of our favorites.
Oh no.
These are just allegations, but apparently Leon Thomas has been involved in sex trafficking of an 18-year-old, gave them alcohol, and then they believe they were drugged. And also somebody named KP.
Not familiar.
Yeah, KP also tried to traffic me to Leon Thomas. So
that's pretty.
Yeah,
wild.
they're trying to say that Leon Thomas was a buyer in.
Okay. I feel like I feel like if you go to Leon Thomas's house, bro, it's just. Oh, you're just gonna sit there and watch Victorious. Like I feel like it ain't even really no nefarious.
But have
shit.
You seen the videos of what those Victorious kids were doing backstage?
That's true. And
not for nothing, I didn't see one video with Leon involved in any of them.
Yeah, with Leon in it, man.
So you got to imagine, hey man, he felt a little left out, maybe.
Yeah, he might have some repressed energy for sure.
You know.
It's listen, man. Anything is possible, man.
We love Leon over here. If this is true, Wicked Radio would be gutted.
Yeah, talk about cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? We have to cut so much shit out. Would we do that? Like now? Are we those people?
Nah, I would say no, only because there's dates on there, so they could see when it was on there. So it's not like we did it afterwards. You know what I mean? I don't care.
This shit's still jamming to me, nigga.
Yeah. Hope it isn't true.
Man. For sure.
Yeah, I just hope it isn't fucking true, bro.
Yeah.
These R&B singers need to fucking chill the fuck out, though.
But I will say, what hour are we at? We're at past the hour. Cool. Buying pussy is not as bad as like somebody's selling it. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is direct to consumer. Some people, you know, a lot of times there got to be a warehouse somewhere, you know what I mean, where they selling the products, right? So I'm just saying, if you're buying it, that doesn't necessarily mean you're actively participating in trafficking. At least,
no,
at
definitely
least
participating if they're being trafficked to you.
I mean, nah, we getting out of here. Anyway, Nintendo Direct came out recently. A bunch of new trailers. A movie trailer.
Video game
trailers. A lot of stuff going on. You want to watch them, or you just want to?
We could just talk about the video game stuff first. Yeah. We could watch the Mario trailer, if anything, or react to that. That's really the only trailer I wanted to watch. But they did announce a lot of video games that seemed very, very interesting to me. You guys know I'm a big Animal Crossing guy. When I was growing up, I was a big Pokemon guy. Take those two worlds, combine them into one, and you get Pokopia. Pokemon's new game that they got coming out. You're basically a Ditto. You don't remember what the face. I believe you don't remember the face of what your owner looks like. You see a picture of it, but the face is all scratched out or some shit like that. So you transform into the owner, but your face is still obviously Ditto. And you're kind of just walking around. You see other Pokemon. That's to the extent that I kind of understand and I'm getting from it. That seems super dope, though. Something I'm going to cop as soon as I get my Switch 2, which maybe will be this holiday season. Who knows? But outside of that Pokemon, we do have Pokemon Z-A trailer that just came out. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the Pokemon stuff. I think we'll wait till next week. I'll ask Trendell about that. Kirby Air Riders, though, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Looks fucking fire. It's everything I remember it looking like when I had it back in the GameCube. So looking forward to that. And another huge game that I'll definitely want to talk about more with Trendell next week, Hades 2.
Yep.
Trendell put me on to Hades 1, I want to say last November-ish, and I put 80 hours, 90 hours in that bitch. It's a roguelike game. It was honestly the first one where I went in knowing it was a roguelike game, because before that I don't necessarily think I had any experience with them. I played God of War Valhalla, and I was kind of, I don't want to say my first conscious introduction to a roguelike, but obviously outside of that, Valhalla mode is just God of War. So Hades 1 was my first time playing a true roguelike game, and fucking amazing, phenomenal. And now with Hades 2 coming out, from everything that I've heard, it looks better, the story's better, the fucking gameplay's better, and it's almost like a continuation from the last one. So I'm totally invested in the story already. I've done all the lore dives on YouTube, and I'm totally ready for this next one. And it's going to be not just for Switch 2, but it's also going to be for Switch 1. So if you don't have the Switch 2 just yet, you can still cop the game. I believe Hades 1 is on sale right now for $7. If you don't have the game, I definitely go recommend checking it out.
Also free on Xbox Game Pass. So I have decided that I am joining the fray. I am going to be playing Hades this week, just to see if it catches me, man. Again, maybe that's something we end up streaming or something like that. It should be fun. But I'm definitely gonna get into it this weekend. So
yeah, Power Wash Simulator 2.
Yes, sir.
I didn't play the first one, but I love looking at footage of it because it's just so satisfying, man. It's so simple, but so satisfying. I'm totally a fan of these simulator games. Hot, I know you're a fan of these simulator games as well.
For sure.
So that's super dope.
Honestly, some of the most fun. Honestly, I love the fact that we're in this era of like games for dads, because that's just a game that you get your dad. You know what I mean? Like something to play on a plane or something like that. Like that. Mm-hmm. That sounds great. I haven't played Power Wash Simulator either, but I've played Car Mechanic Simulator and Surgeon Simulator. Those games are fun, y'all. Like they are, and they kind of do make you want to go outside and do different things. You know what I mean? So, I'm definitely into Power Wash Simulator. Hopefully, Power Wash Simulator 2 is even better. Obviously, I haven't played the first one, but still, those games have a market and they have a fan base. So, it's fun.
Facts.
But
outside of that, what else do we have? We have
what else? What else? The remaster, the remake. Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on Switch and Switch 2, which is interesting. But yeah, they're doing a full remaster of Super Mario Brothers. I keep saying Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I'm very excited about that. I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy obviously in like 10 years. I don't even think I ever finished it, but the other announcement they made obviously is going to make me go back and play it. So
they did this on purpose.
Of course, but this is what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like this is how marketing is supposed to work. I promise you that game is going to be the number one in sales for like a month. Like, but when like up until the movie comes out, which is I believe May, and we're actually gonna check out the trailer as well. But I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You want me
about
to run
that.
it? I got it right here. You want me to run it?
Yeah, you can run it.
And it's not a trailer, more like a little teaser, but
Yeah,
that's all the teasing that we need.
yeah.
Let me know if you could hear it. Let's run it. Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, this is something that we talked that I think I mentioned when we did the review of the Super Mario movie, the first one. That one specific scene with the star being held captive by Bowser, and how I was looking forward to maybe that could be leading to the introduction of my favorite character in the Super Mario universe, Rosalina.
Gotta be.
Giant, I think she's her 11 feet tall or 7 feet tall, some shit like that. Yeah, so they better do her justice and make her fucking huge. That's a big bitch. I'm looking forward to that, man. If all the stars are gonna have the same quirky type or same type of personalities as that one star that that suicidal star that we saw, that'll be phenomenal.
I think it's gonna be great. I mean, and again, was Illumination a part of the first movie? Was that an Illumination production?
Yeah.
Okay. But just visually, I thought the first one was absolutely incredible. So just them taking that, and I mean, we're talking about gravity physics. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, like the moon boots, all this stuff, all of the like we're at the point by Super Mario Galaxy where we're dealing with like costumes and stuff that like have personalities and whatnot. So like this is going to be a very big, I feel like this is literally like probably like the start, like this is probably like a part 1 and part 2 because there's just a lot to cover. And the first one was a great intro, but I think this one it's gonna be like a $200 million movie for sure. Maybe half a bill for this one.
1,000% going to do numbers. They're definitely going to get somebody huge to cast as Rosalina.
Yeah. And
I'm interested to see, I know I'm thinking ahead here, but where they go after this, because it's very clear that they want to extend this into a universe. We've heard in other movies already for them make reference towards like, Pokemon, Detective Pikachu and shit like that. So there's clearly a universe where all these things exist. And I did see somebody theorize at the end, like, oh, what if they get like a card, like, they get like an invitation at the end of the movie, like the end credit scene where fucking Mario gets a card from a anonymous place saying, oh, you've been hand selected to join this tournament of the greatest warriors amongst the universe and shit like that. Sir. And that'll be his introduction to the Smash universe.
Yes, sir.
And then it's like, oh, Luigi gets a card that'll be like, oh, I just want a free mansion. and that'll be his way into, his Luigi's mansion. Because they did tease that in the first one where he was kind of, where he got, drifted off away from Mario. And we did see the, the dead skeletons and the, all that shit. So,
yeah.
Oh, man, there's just so many directions that they can go with how popular Donkey Kong Bonanza is right now. People are talking about it for Game of the Year. They got fucking Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong, so I could definitely see a world where he gets his own movie very soon. I'm surprised that wasn't teased or announced for Nintendo Direct, but maybe that's something they have coming after this. I don't know what his involvement in this movie would specifically be like, considering he wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're just gonna kind of leave him on the sideline for now. There's also the development on what's going on with the Yoshi shit. You know, we did see the Yoshi egg at the end of the last one. So, and that was in his world. That was in the real world. And Mario is apparently not there no more. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff to go. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in that universe. A lot of stuff to be excited for. And if you're a Mario fan in general, there's a lot of stuff to spend money on right now.
Nintendo right now is worth $16 billion.
Yeah, man.
By 2030, they might be worth $100 billion. like seriously, because again, they have so many properties, especially with Western media. I think they make as much money as Marvel did within that same 15-year framework. I think they also make like multi-billion dollars. And I think probably they eclipse it because, again, they had to sell us on certain characters, right? People liked Guardians of the Galaxy. People liked, but they weren't huge. You know what I mean? Ant-Man, they weren't huge. A lot of people, when these things got announced, people were like, "How the fuck would I want to go see an Ant-Man movie?" But they sold it because they were just really good. Now, if they keep the quality up and they just keep churning out these well-known characters and making solid movies out of them, I'm telling you, they're just they already don't have any debt. Like,
yeah,
they might end up being one of the biggest companies in the world. So, I'm excited to see the movie, and we'll see how much they want to expand the universe beyond this.
Facts. But it's all looking good right now for Nintendo. Right. On the other end of gaming, we have and media, because we'll get into the Demon Slayer movie in a little bit. We have a new game that I've been playing and a new game trailer. We're not going to get into the trailer, but Dragon Ball did drop the trailer for Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. For the people who are fans of that franchise, there's a lot of Dragon Ball games out there. Spark Zero, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Xenoverse, of course. I know Xenoverse was very popular amongst a certain group because of the original storyline and the original characters that they brought in and introduced. It's more of a open world element to it. The fights feel different because they're more in a 3D space rather than your traditional 2D fighting thing that we've been getting over the last games. So it's very different in that sense. So a lot of people are drawn to it because of that. I tried it out. It was cool. I couldn't buy into the whole 3D fighting thing. I've always been a 2D fighting guy, especially with my Dragon Ball games. I was a big fan of Fighter Z, actually. But outside of that, there's also a new Dragon Ball MOBA game out right now. So anybody familiar with Smite, anybody familiar with League of Legends, I know we talked about that over the last few weeks. Dragon Ball now has their addition to it. They have a game that is called Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra. I'm gonna just call it Dragon Ball Squadra. It's a 4v4 little map. Instead of being 3 lanes, it's more like 2 lanes and a jungle in the in between. Very similar to how you would play Smite League in terms of like the format. You know, you get a new ability when you level up all its abilities. You get an ultimate. Some players have transformations. Every character has a different skill set, different passive, different abilities. It's really good. It's really fun, I should say. I'm not going to say it's really good because it does have its fair share of issues. My biggest one being the matchmaking. It's very early, so a lot of people are, finding a character that they like and just sticking to that character. So it'll be a lot easier and faster to queue up for a game if you're a damage type rather than if you're a technician or a tank character, because I don't know why. There's just not a lot of people on right now. There is a lot of abandonment issues. So like 2 minutes, or you'll be like a minute into a game in the midst of a fight already, and then the whole game just ends because somebody has been AFK for too long and they withdraw the entire game because of that, and everything starts all over. So there was like a night where I think I was trying to get into like 5 straight games, and that just kept on happening and happening and happening. I'm like, all right, this is too much. This is too much. And I think my biggest problem with the game is that it feels too much like a mobile game, and it is a mobile game. They also have the game available on iOS and Google Play if you want to download it there too. But it's just, I don't know if it translates too well into the console world, because it just feels like when you get into a fight, people are just like kind of mashing all the buttons and skill, and it doesn't really feel like there's much skill to it. So I definitely want to get T on there, because I've played League growing up, but that was all on the desktop, all on my computer, mouse and keyboard. I haven't really played a MOBA on a console before. I always did say that League would be cool on a console, but now after playing this game, I don't necessarily know. But I know Smite does a good job at console-based MOBA, so I want to get T into the game so I can get his opinion on it, how his play, how he feels like it plays. Because I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit indifferent about it. Maybe I've just been playing with randoms. Maybe if I'm playing with a group of people, that might change my opinion on it right now. But it's a cool game. Cool concept, of course. I mean, you make a MOBA with Dragon Ball Z characters, it's going to go fucking crazy. It's going to be super popular, but let's just see if it has legs for you to kind of stand on.
Yeah, that's very interesting. It's very interesting. I obviously, I don't play MOBAs, and I haven't really watched too much DBZ, but
oh, damn, you haven't?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in the Demon Slayer section, because we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, shout out to Dragon Ball Z, the new MOBA out. Try to pronounce it one more time.
The whole thing is Dragon Ball Gekishin. Get the kitchen.
No, for sure.
Yeah, get the kitchen. Dragon Ball Squadra.
So the Demon Slayer movie Infinity Castle came out last weekend.
Spoiler warning for anybody. We are about to get into some deep Demon Slayer stuff. If you don't want to listen,
sure.
if you haven't listened, if you haven't watched the movie yet, skip ahead.
Friday night, I'm in the theater, ready to watch. I saw Mugen Train. Now, again, I need y'all to know, anime is like my side bitch. I don't really watch anime like that. I do because, frankly, the hoes love it. And that wasn't always the case, but it is the case now. A lot of people like anime. A lot of people, watch this stuff. And a lot of the conversations that the people that I'm friends with talk about are animes. So my wife's a big Infinity Castle. She's a big Demon Slayer fan. So we went in, obviously I saw Mugen Train. I've seen most of season 1, and just like I know what Demon Slayer is. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know Tanjiro. I know most of the characters, So I go to this movie, and what I will say up front is that from a visual standpoint,
stunning.
Just my goodness, man. Just
Jesus Christ, right?
It's crazy,
insane, dog,
what they're doing with this animation. Honestly, I went down a rabbit hole a couple years ago to find out how cartoons are actually made, and how animation is actually done, hand drawn stuff. That shit is complicated in and of itself. It's basically, if anybody knows Photoshop and how the layers work and transparent layers and stuff like that, the way that it's harder than you think. It's not just drawing stuff and putting it into a computer program. Animation is extremely tough to do, and it takes a very, very long time. It takes a very long time. So this movie and a lot of the stuff that comes out from Demon Slayer and a couple other animes that are at the top of the heap when it comes to visuals.
Kaisen.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dandadan. There's a couple that are just visually are just eye candy. This movie was absolutely insane to watch, especially to watch on a big screen with a bunch of people. The crowd was into it, you know what I mean? There was cheers. There was a lot of fun stuff. I thought the pacing was a little off for me sometimes.
Yeah.
And we can have a larger discussion about that. But the story moved along. I thought the plot itself was really well done, but I actually when I left the movie, I enjoyed myself. When I left the movie, I opened up ChatGPT, and I just put in all my gripes. I put in all my anime gripes in, and I said, yo, I don't understand anime the way I want to. I like it. I enjoy the stories. I enjoy the dialogue. Certain things throw me off. One of those things is the pacing. One of the other things is like the inner monologues. Like why are we spending so much time on like backstory and lore and all those things, and like how does this different from Western media, and like why can't I like catch the rhythm? You know what I mean? It's almost like you like the song. It's like listening to a Bad Bunny album. Like you like the song, you like the music, but you don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And like the people that love it, they're fucking sitting there crying, and you like, damn, I want to cry. You know what I mean? Like I want to feel that same thing, but I feel like it just wasn't happening. But after consulting with my therapist, and obviously ChatGPT is everybody's therapist and like consultant and all that shit. So I kind of built up a new appreciation, and now I think I'm ready, y'all. Now I think I'm ready to go down the full rabbit hole. I've been watching so much. I've been watching anime all week since I watched Infinity Castle.
Nice.
I've been watching literally, One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, just anything I can get my hands on. Like I get it. I get it, y'all. I think y'all got me. I think I'm in. So shout out to Infinity Castle for getting me to the point where like I'm now determined to be a full-fledged anime fan. I want to put a ring on it. I want to make anime my main. So shout out to Infinity Castle for that.
Yeah. The movie itself was beautiful. But I, like you, I couldn't get myself to be emotional in the end.
Yeah.
I think maybe because it took too long. Listen, Akaza has been by far my favorite villain in the Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Anything. Anime. In its entirety. I'm not a manga watcher. I'll say that right now. So anybody out there who's a manga watcher knows the entire lore of every single character, 'cause I know they go a little bit deeper in the manga.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't read the mangas. But Akaza, in my opinion, was such a great character. If you know me, you don't need no strap.
Right.
You don't need no sword.
Work.
These things right here.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. And that nigga was out there throwing hands and feet, bro.
Straight up. Since a toddler, since a youngin', bruh, he put niggas on their back. Easy. That's just how he got down.
And he was a good nigga. He just forgot. He just forgot he was a good nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I loved Akaza. I loved his story. I just didn't wish. I just wish it didn't take 40 minutes to tell.
Straight up. It was super long.
It took me so out of everything that was happening with Tanjiro and Giyu after.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're about, like, borderline about to fucking die.
Basically.
From exhaustion, seems like, bleeding out and shit.
Tanjiro basically was dead.
It took me out of that moment so much, and it took until those birds came back and was trying to, was saying shit to them. Like, don't die right now. It took Matt for me to feel something, but it's like, damn. I completely forgot that these niggas was right here. Like this could have been an email. Right. You know what I'm saying? So but outside of that, man, I feel like everything else is paced beautifully. It was number 3, Doma, I believe his name was.
Mm-hmm. The weird one in the room.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sinister, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga made me feel chills, man.
This motherfucker was like, yo, damn, you really trying to kill me, huh? Damn.
You kind of bad, but
it's a piece of shit. That shit was funny, man. There was definitely. I love the concept of the Infinity Castle. You know what I mean? It had a little like Inception vibe going on. You know what I mean? The shit's like folding in on itself and like extending to areas. And Muzan is obviously is like the big bad is just like really
Michael
doing
Jackson.
Yeah, doing a really good job of like fucking with them and fucking with the whole Demon Slayer core.
And that lady with the ding with the
yeah.
Oh,
that was hard. There was a lot of really, really dope moments in the movie. I agree.
Payoff.
Yeah. I agree that the Akasa part was a bit long. I wonder, did you play The Last of Us Part 2?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay. So one of the main criticisms of the Last of Us Part 2, which you may have heard before, is that there is a character swap not like a race swap or nothing like that.
No,
but
I know, like a
protagonist swap. They basically
you're more focused on Abby now, her story, right? And people didn't fuck with that because
so you start the first 20 hours of the game. You're Ellie. You're chasing Abby and her friends. She's the villain. In the middle of the game, when you hit a certain point, the narrative flips, and you're now Abby, and she's painted as the protagonist, and Ellie is the villain. Like literally, Ellie is the boogeyman that you're running from, because Ellie is on her killing nigga shit. So it was a very interesting device, storytelling device, but it was jarring. It was jarring because y'all built up, this lady killed a character that we've loved for 7 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know why. It just seemed like this random attack. Obviously there was more to it, and we were going to get, all of that stuff was going to get revealed, but we followed these characters all this time. You can't make me care about this bitch. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And I feel like the writers for Demon Slayer kind of tried to do that with Akasa. And it felt very much like, I don't care what this little nigga went through. Like, at least a little bit. I don't give a fuck what he went through. This nigga killed Rengoku. You know what I mean?
It's bigger than that. He married a minor.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird shit going on. You feel me? So it was very much like, I respect what they were trying to do as far as like give the backstory and stuff like that. Kill this nigga. Kill him now. I'm sorry. Motherfuckers is in there, like, I'm telling you, motherfuckers is emotional in the theaters. Like, you know,
like, yo, he killed Rengoku. Why are we crying for this nigga?
Yeah,
bro?
why we crying, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what's going on in media today. Like, yo, yo, like what? we have Mast for what? Like, anyway, but yeah, like it's a lot of humanizing villains going on. And I'm not quite sure that it's my favorite thing that we're doing these days. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's still, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was, I thought it was dope. Obviously we got to wait another 2 years to see the next part.
Is every movie gonna be like fight the villain, learn their lore? This is why I'm a bad guy.
Pretty much. I'm pretty much sure that's exactly what it's gonna be.
But like I was saying before, there is a lot of payoff from, like, if you watch the actual anime, right. Like, for like, why Zenitsu, after he read that note, why did he get all stone face after that? And then we find out that it's because his gramps passed away.
The note, yeah.
You know, you find out that not only did his gramps pass away, that nigga committed sex.
Yeah.
That nigga offed himself.
Yeah.
With nobody there to assist him. And what is it? Seppuku?
Seppuku, yep.
Yeah. So typically in Seppuku, you stab yourself, but there is somebody there to finish you off, so it is a quick death. Yeah. And in this way, he had nobody because both of them were gone. His, you know, he was obviously away trying to become a Hashira, and his co-heir was over here becoming a demon. So he ended up slicing him. He ended up doing it himself and dying alone, and that really pissed off Zenitsu.
Feeling like a failure.
And that nigga went off. Let me tell you, I hated Zenitsu all of season 1 because he was annoying little simp, and that's my least favorite character trait in an anime character. But man, when he turns it on, that nigga becomes he literally reminds me of Killua when he turns it on. He turns into black and white Killua, like straight assassin, bro, like straight badass. So, did you watch this English dubbed or Japanese, by the way?
English dubbed, and that shit took forever. That like as far as like finding tickets, they were literally doing mostly subs. They were doing one English dub showing a night. I had to go to 4 different theater websites in order to find tickets that were like decent.
I watched it subbed. I there's certain animes that I just prefer to watch subbed. And this is definitely one of them. I watched it like as it came out, like like when it first came out, as it came out, and they didn't have the dubs like that
before
early
the
on. So
right.
I'm never. I hate when I have to, because it used to happen all the time when animes were harder to find on, or full animes were harder to find on one streaming network. I would have to watch like Full Metal Alchemist subbed on Crunchyroll, but then when I they didn't have the whole series, so I had to go over to Hulu to finish it, and they only had the dub
version,
and that kind of threw me off. So typically I hate switching when I'm already kind of watching an anime one way. I'm accustomed to how they sound. Typically for Dragon Ball, I liked watching it dubbed, and I know it's tough because they don't drop at the same time, so I'll always go back and watch the dub the second time, just because I grew up listening to these character voices. So it's just hard for me to go from listening to the English dub of Vegeta and Goku to listening to a woman do Goku.
Yeah.
And it's just being different. Nothing against that. She's a legend also. She's also been there since the beginning, but I didn't grow up listening to her.
No, I feel you. And so I thought I have that issue too. I typically like the subs more because, again, I like the Japanese actors because I think they do a better job of selling the emotion and selling the expression that I'm looking for.
And it's authentic.
Yeah.
Like
there's a cultural difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if like all the 50 Cent songs had like a dub on it. Like it was just like somebody else rapping the lyrics. Like it's just not going to hit the same. You know what I mean?
Here's the biggest reason that I prefer to subbed over the dubbed is because the subbed is what typically was in the original script. Everything is written in the way that the writer intended it to be. A lot of the times when you're watching the dubbed, right? And it has this, I'm sorry, when you're watching the sub and
the sub, yeah.
When you're watching the sub and it has the dub under, the text is going to be different than you listen to it on the dub, just because like I guess certain verbiage doesn't translate as well in English as it does in Japanese.
Right.
But I just prefer to hear it the way that it was intended to be written.
No, I agree. I think the first time I experienced that was with I think it was Full Metal Alchemist. The actor who played Eric was so much better in the sub version. Just like like night and day. Yeah. It sounded so kiddie and so like childish in the English version. It really was no comparison. It was almost bad. You know what I mean? So I definitely enjoyed listening to the sub more, but same time, I got a family, my nigga. I ain't about to be sitting here reading the whole time, G. I mean, I ain't got it. Sometimes I gotta cook dinner. You know what I mean? While I'm watching my shit, I gotta, bunch of other stuff.
My girl can't eat and watch sub at the same time.
Say again?
My girl can't eat and watch sub at the same time. Like if we're eating like noodles or something, like she can't like.
What's up with girls having to look at their food? Because my girl.
Well, enough. If it's noodles, you gotta look down at that bitch.
My girl can't eat in the dark. It don't matter what it is.
I kind of understand that, because what if you drop something you don't know?
Don't. Fucking put your plate right under you or some shit. I don't know. You go to the movies in the dark and you eat popcorn or whatever else. Yeah,
and I'll be dropping shit and not picking it up. I wouldn't pick it up, but yeah, I'll be dropping popcorn.
That's crazy. Do you think people like fuck up movie theaters because it's dark? Like, I've never thought about that. Like,
it makes sense.
It does make sense. Like, if it was bright, is there an expectation to clean up after yourself?
Do they have to clean up crazy when people go to restaurants? They don't have to mop up the floors because they fucking drop flies, all these fries on the ground. We know why? Because you can see.
Yo, that is a crazy human psychology thing. Like, yo, if it's dark, you don't care about being messy. Like, what is that? Holy shit. Oh nah. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason why typically I watch dub, because if I'm multitasking in any capacity, I gotta watch dub. But something like Demon Slayer, because it was in theaters, I probably could have gone sub. I think I actually saw Mugen Train sub, but because again, it's like reading a book. Like, you don't remember reading the words. You really just remember like what your imagination did in the book. You know what I mean? Like to the book when you finish reading it. So I think sub and dub is the same, where like you remember what the character said as opposed to reading the Japanese text, or you know what I mean, or like trying to figure out what it meant. So
names are easier for sure in dubbed.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I love me my anime, but it is impossible for me to remember every single character's name in these shows because they are so vaguely familiar to characters from other shows. I'm sorry, they're just, man, these names be complicated sometimes.
You're speaking life, bro, because again, I started watching Attack on Titan again, and again, I've seen Attack on Titan before, but like just with that different view, and the fact that everyone in the corp all wear the same shit is fucking me up. Right?
Yeah, but at least their names are easier to remember.
Their names are easier to remember.
Tanjiro, Nezuko, fuck,
Giyu and Zenitsu.
Giyu, Zenitsu, Inosuke.
And that shit is spelled crazy.
Rengoku,
Inosake,
Akaza, Muzan.
That shit is rough.
Muzan. Like, yo, these names are not easy to remember.
Yeah. I got to pull up, and again, call me the Unk. I got to pull up a wiki. Like, all right, cool. Who was that? Yeah, all right, cool. Remember how, like, when you show your parent, like, a meme or something, and they just like, who is that? Is that, like, no, just watch it. Like, just enjoy what we're talking about right now. That's definitely me with some of these animes.
Yeah, like, at least in Attack on Titan, it's Zeke, Aaron, Armin.
Yeah, for sure.
Connie, Erwin, and Sasha. You know, these names are, I can do these names. 1-syllable names, 2-syllable names. Demon Slayer overall, I think there's always moments for me when I'm watching Demon Slayer movies that just like totally stand out, and they just ingrained in my mind. And in Muzan in the train one, it was the scene where Aaron gets put into the trance and he's like in that space where it's all white, and there's like this music playing, and it's just so calming and beautiful. And that scene specifically always sticks out to me because I tried to look up the scene afterwards and I had a hard time finding it. In this one, it was a very quick moment. It wasn't even like a specific scene, but it's like when we're first inside the castle, moving along the walls, and you kind of warp and turn, and then it turns into Giyu and Tanjiro running down
fire. Yeah,
the hall.
They were cooking, bro.
Oh my god, that was just fucking perfect.
Yeah. It was very dope. It was very dope. But yeah, shout out Demon Slayer watchers. I'm team Demon Slayer. I'm in. I gotta go back and watch Hashira Training now because wifey tried to like catch me up. So but like, oh, see, you don't know why this nigga, you know what I mean?
Why the people started helping them and who they were.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Shorty with the poisons, you know what I mean? It was fire shit, but everybody got
I definitely
backstory,
did
so
have
to check it out.
That's the one thing about anime movies. Like, the anime movie will come out 2 years after the anime.
Yeah.
So, or a year after the anime. So, unless you go back and rewatch, because anime is such a saturated genre right now. So, there's so many shows that you can be watching at once. So, it's so hard to keep up with what's going on with some of the storylines. You get mixed up in shit because some of them can be similar. But, I forgot where I was going.
Just that it's hard to remember. Probably it's hard to remember like who everybody is.
Yeah. So like on the way to the movie, I actually did play like a video, it was like a 16-minute video, like things to remember before you go watch Infinity Castle. So yeah, I had to do that because I was not rewatching the whole season.
Speaking of movies, though, we got some reviews coming out for a movie that we reacted to, at least a trailer earlier this year.
Which one was that?
The Jordan Peele production, Him,
Oh yeah,
opened up with a 33% on Rotten
Yikes.
Tomatoes.
that's bad, right?
That is bad.
Wait,
Yes,
is that from the
rotten.
critics or the audience?
Critics, I think.
Okay, so
But
that could be.
but they're making it very clear, like, nah, this movie is not good, bro. Like they're
read some of
making
them?
it. Yeah, I did read some, and I've actually seen some reviews already for like certain YouTubers that I follow that are like, you know, reviewers and things like that. They're mostly saying that it's just like kind of all over the place tonally. They're saying like the main character, Tyreek Withers, he's okay. He's kind of wooden. Marlon Wayans like gives the role a lot, but like storytelling wise is like disjointed. And you could tell it was like, you can look at the way the trailer is chopped and see like this is not going to be like a linear story. This is kind of going to be like what's real and what's not type deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, for the most part, I'm fine with those types of stories, but I want to go back and watch our reaction because I feel like we might have called it. I feel like we might have said this shit might be ass. Again, Jordan Peele.
I wouldn't be surprised if you and T said that.
Jordan Peele has a lot of like cachet, obviously, especially in like the horror space, the mystery space. But is he turning into Drizzy? Like, is he turning like, yo, you started out really strong. You had it. Everyone since then has kind of gotten weaker and weaker. So I wonder if we're going to start having different conversations about Jordan Peele after enough people watch this movie. Because I know people are still going to go watch it. I'm still going to go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I might not run to the theater now.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll run either. I don't know if I was going to run, but I do want to see this movie eventually.
Yeah.
I definitely do want to watch it. There's just a lot of competition out right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I said in media, games, movies.
All right, word. We've been running for like 2 hours. I think that's a good time. Not
Yeah,
bad,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Sure.
All right, cool. So we're gonna get into some music right now.
Yes, sir.
If you have Spotify, definitely recommend go checking out our Because We Are Wicked Radio playlist on there. It is a playlist that we've been cultivating for quite some time right now. I've been on this place. It's been a few years. Hundreds and hundreds of songs on there, hundreds of bangers on there, and none of them are sex traffickers, hopefully. So definitely go check that out Because
Allegedly.
We Are Wicked Radio. How do you have a song you ready to play?
I do. I just found this song is actually back on streaming. I'm super excited about it. And it comes from ScHoolboy Q. It was on his Habits and Contradictions album. And the song.
Yeah. What it's like for a nigga like me. Living out his backpack every night, needed a new place to sleep. But this is now, nigga. 1's for the money, 2 for the bitch ass. 3 to get ready, cause I feel I finally did it. 4's for the jealous rapper mad because he finished. Turn that motherfucker to a critic, man. I got so much shit up on my plate, dog. I was hanging on them corners late, pockets wasn't straight, bitch. I ain't gonna make it at this rate, dog. Know what I'm saying, nigga? Praying up to God, just hoping that he hear, nigga. I know the world got more problems and it's much bigger, but I figured I get some shit up off my chest. So all my niggas I would die for, load my pistol up, go out and war for. To all my niggas that'll never make it out the streets, fucking keep going hard, don't let them see you weak. To all my niggas first time stepping in the pen, read a book and exercise, keep your spirit in. To all my niggas that's gonna fuck around and die today, take our hats off, bow our heads and let us pray. Just wanna say, hey, bless my nigga, bless my nigga. Really think about it, could be worse, my nigga. Don't stress, my nigga. Yes, my nigga. We all bless, my nigga. Stay blessed, my nigga. Bless, my nigga. Really think about it, could be worse, my nigga. Don't stress, my nigga. Yes, my nigga. We all bless, my nigga. Now how the fuck I'm supposed to say this? You see, my nigga just lost a son while I'm here hugging on my daughter. I grip her harder, kiss her on the head as I cry for a bit. Thinking of some bullshit to tell them like, it'll be okay. You'll be straight, it'll be alright. And fuck that shit, whatever you need, yo, I got it. Whether it's money or some weed or putting in work, fuck it, then I'm right. You know what's up, and now a nigga couldn't stick around. Told myself that after y'all moved that I'd be a fucking fool to be living by the street rules. Fuck police tattoos, it happens when you ditch school. But anyway, keep the faith, stay strong, bruh. Remain solid, bruh. Keep playing ball, cause it's the only way about it, bruh. A nigga proud of ya. Tell Floyd to enjoy his newborn seed. I have whatever it needs. We the last of a dying breed, live like smoke trees. See how far we come, but most I'm sorry for your son. Stay blessed, my nigga. Bless my nigga. Really think about it, could be worse, my nigga. Don't stress, my nigga. Yes, my nigga. We all blessed, my nigga. Stay blessed, my nigga. Bless my nigga. Really think about it, could be worse, my nigga. Don't stress, my nigga. Yes, my nigga. We all blessed, my nigga.
And you ain't gotta shed no tear. I'll be everywhere, but I'ma always be right here. I ain't forgot those years. I'll be everywhere, but I'ma always be right here.
Living in a premature place. Wait, never grow to see the pearly gates. Break. Every time a bullet detonate. Dates. Of obituary carry crates of a scary picture with a family member that relate to you in December. You was finna pin another case on your record in a stolen expedition. Play it safe as the record spinning. You was hearing angels entertain. Every point intended that was wicked coming from your brain. Recognize you listen and you didn't hit the block and aim. That's because the minute after you had knew you would be slain. Open up another chapter in the book and read again. Story of a gun clapper really trying to make a change. Everybody ain't
bless my nigga.
Yes, my nigga, you're blessed. Take advantage, do your best. My nigga,
yes, sir. That was ScHoolboy Q featuring Kendrick Lamar. Little piece in there by Ab-Soul. That was blessed. Shout out to that being back on streaming, man, because that album was incredible. Habits and Contradictions.
So I had to back out of because of some allegations. I did have to back out of the song that I was originally gonna play.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go to. I forgot to mention while I was shooting at the convention. You know, they did have people on a main stage outside. I went outside after I was done working. I was right about to leave. I look up and I see fucking Phony people on the stage. One of my favorite groups out right now. Just jamming out. Not all members. The lead singer wasn't there, but the band was there and it was going crazy. So I'm going to play a song, my favorite song from them. This is Why I Love the Moon by Phony people.
Let's do it.
That's why I love the moon. Every night it's there for you. It's constant. Unlike these human beings who lie about what it seems to be. You think the earth is where you stand. That's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every night about my window, and that's why I love the moon, 'cause it's always there for me. Every single night I look outside. It's right there for me in my mind, and that's why I love the moon, yeah. Because people can consume my love in the wrong way, so I send it up at night, at night, at night. Real love so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusion so hard to find. Just when you think you found it, the illusions in your eyes, it blinds us all. So be careful where you look for love. Just be careful where you look for love.
All right, I usually like to cut it off right here when this nigga starts rapping.
Right.
That was Why I Love the Moon by Phony People. I had the privilege of finally seeing them live, totally on accident. Made for a great show, stayed for the entire set. Shout out to them, they bodied it. If you want to go check out our Wicked Radio playlist, go check that out on Spotify. Easy to find because we are podcast Wicked Radio. It's like 291 songs, almost at that 100 point. Oh man, this is great. So one of us is gonna have the 300th song when we eventually do it. 333.
It's got to be a special one.
16 hours and 21 minutes of bangers. Definitely go check that out if you're on Spotify.
For sure. All right. So yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It was always fun. When it's me and Dame, you know you're sitting at the cool table. So thank you guys for listening. And again, subscribe to us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Patreon.
Hey, y'all, we're almost at that 100K on YouTube, yo. So go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their mama to go subscribe. Because every subscriber counts. We want that 100K. We want that for us, but we also want it for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, go check us out. Also on our Patreon, patreon.com/because we are podcast. If you want to be involved in the next Because We Feud, just put a post up today. I'm going to be sending out surveys by this weekend. So if you qualify, make sure you go subscribe to our Patreon. $1 a month. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere to be a part of the feud, to be a part of the best game show going on online right now.
For the price of an Arizona.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be back next time with T. Peace out.
Yes, sir.